Okay, so as the semester has come to an end, I view sex as two different definitions. One as the action, and the other as like the human body parts. And for resistance, I see it as standing up, not backing down to the wrong that y'all see, expressing yourself as you see fit, and not harming others by doing so. There is there is resistance in and of sex. The resistance of conforming to what people think due to a person's sex, and how sex can be used as a resistance or to encourage resistance. Sorry about my dog. And Draupadi, I'm sorry. The main character is violently raped by multiple soldiers and is wounded, and by the end of it, matted with her own blood. Um, a quote from it is, Draupadi comes closer, stands with her hand on her hip, laughs, and says, "The object of your search, Draupadi, Mahin, I'm sorry. You asked to make me up, but don't you want to see how they made me?" I feel this quote embodies my definitions of sex resistance, as she has gone through this awful ordeal, having, I hate saying it's sex, but sex forced upon her, and then coming back after it all, standing tall and resisting cover herself when they want her to. Um, and in La Negra Blanca, Sarah becomes a stripper in order to pay her bills and all her student fees, college. And after William had raped her and Alvarez came to comfort her, a quote is, "Instead, she'll hold his hand and hope it's enough." And so I feel this can relate also to my definitions, as she has not let what has done by William to her, take her away, and instead is still holding on, resisting to let it ruin her life, as she's still reaching across the distance to Alvarez. And lastly, another example of my definitions would be in the Taylor Swift article, where she's fighting with her previous label. During the fight, she has paraphrased what she thought they were saying to her about not using her own music as, basically, "Be a good girl and shut up, or you'll be punished." I feel like this is what people see when they see Taylor Swift, that she should be compliant because she is a woman and they are men. Um, and Taylor ended up saying no to that, and instead of having people tell her what to do and how to act, she stood against her old label, made the argument public, and resisted the smothering of her music. And so, as I grew up, I was a bit of a tomboy. I didn't wear dresses a lot. I often played with the boys instead of hanging with the girls. And from my parents, I would often hear things such as "act like a lady," "be more ladylike," and how they wished I was more like a girly girl. From these, I despised when they said these things, because they would mean I was not being myself, acting like myself, just because they wanted me to or someone else wanted me to, and what in fact I would act actively against them and what they said about how I should act in general. I would wear less dresses. I would um, play in the mud, in the dirt, and so I don't allow my family or anyone dictate how I should act based on what's between my legs, and I actively resist against any conformings that people want to set on me based off my sex.